Welcome back, Sawdusters. In this video, we have one specific goal: installing drawer slides and drawer fronts on the rolling wine bar. It's important to understand the installation process when you build your drawer boxes. I built mine an inch narrower than the opening because the side mount drawer slides take up half an inch each. I also built my drawers an inch shorter than the opening just to give myself plenty of wiggle room on installation. The first thing I need to measure is the distance from the face frame to the bottom of the cabinet, and that should be right at 1.1 inches. I want the slides to be mounted an inch up into the opening, so I need to cut a spacer block at 2.1 inches. I also made a depth stop using CA glue and activator. It's the exact thickness of the drawer fronts. Here you can see how the spacer block holds the drawer slide up from the bottom, and the depth stop pushes it the perfect distance away from the front. I just need to drive a couple of screws in and keep moving forward. The other half of the drawer slide gets mounted on the drawer box, and for that I cut a 1-inch spacer to lift it into place, and I'm installing it flush with the front. I am making use of the holes that allow a little front to back adjustment just to make sure I can get the drawer front flush with the face frame. Now you're probably thinking, wait, if the slide is an inch up on the drawer and an inch up on the cabinet, doesn't that mean the bottom of the drawer is going to rub against the face frame? But the inner part of the slide sits almost half an inch above the bottom, and that's what's going to lift the drawer up into the middle of the opening. Let's check it out. Alright, let's line up one side at a time, push it in. Gotta love that soft close, and the drawer is going to look really good when we get the front attached. The next step is to pull the drawer back out so we can measure for another spacer block. Measuring up from the top of the drawer slide to the bottom of the next opening, it comes in at 4.11. Adding an inch to that means we need a spacer block at 5.11. If I did a good job making the face frame, with all the openings being the exact same size, this is the last spacer block I'll need. I can continue to move it on top of the previous slide to work on the next one. Couple things I have forgotten to mention. These side mount drawer slides, those are the entire reason I built thick walls in the beginning, so that the walls were the same thickness as the face frame, allowing me to attach the drawer slides directly to them. If you go with undermount drawer slides, those attach to the face frame, and it doesn't even matter how thick the walls are. Other thing, I have been pre-drilling for these screws, even though you haven't seen me do that. It does add a little bit of time. In fact, I've been marking with a pencil, marking with an awl to make a little bit of a divot so that the pre-drilling doesn't wander away on me, and then driving the screws in. It would be nice if there was, I don't know, a little bit of magic in the world and we could just snap our fingers and the drawers would be installed, but who are we kidding? This ain't that kind of place. Or maybe it is. Did you like that? I like that. With the drawer slides installed, it is time to turn our attention to the drawer fronts. I made them an 1/8 inch smaller than the opening, so I need some shims half that thickness. You could make those out of wood, fold paper, stack up playing cards, or in my case, I get scrap mat board from my favorite art teacher, and it is really close to 1/16 of an inch. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to dust off that like button down below. Before I install the drawer fronts, I need to find the center for the location of the knobs, and I can do that by drawing diagonals on the backside before drilling it out at the drill press and transferring those hole locations to the drawer boxes. And with that hole location transferred, we're ready for glue. I just need to stay away from the edge because the drawer front is bigger than the drawer box. Shims underneath will help line everything back up. And the knob is going to act as a clamp holding the drawer face in place while the glue dries. Lather, rinse, repeat, and all 4 drawers are installed. Now I know that knob doesn't provide a ton of clamping force, but it doesn't need to. And it also stays in place as a mechanical fastener, so I've got no issues with how well that drawer face is attached to the box. The last part of this project is to build the actual wine racks that'll hold the bottles, but that won't be the next video. I've got a fall festival just around the corner, and I want to make a few more things out of scrap already in the shop. So have a great week, and as always, get out there and make some sawdust.